Hello everyone, it's me, Alex Axe, and it's Monday, December 11th. I'm back on figuring out what date it is, so go me. I had a decent but abbreviated weekend, and hopefully you did too, and well, it's Monday, and I'm back on track. I'm gonna get back on my edits since I didn't get any done yesterday, but I did on Saturday because I was at work, as you saw, and hopefully you've got some things in store for yourself this week. I'm pretty excited because in 5 days, then I'm going to be on vacation for 2 weeks. I'm going to go see a bunch of my friends in the UK, and I'm going to see my family, and I'm really happy about that. So yesterday was my day for just like getting stuff done, and it was like trying to fit a weekend's worth of stuff into the getting stuff done. Like, I was gonna try to put up shelves this weekend, and thankfully my friend Isaac came over and he basically did it without me, and my housemate took care of painting them and all that, and now there are more shelves, and that's cool because yay, IKEA, getting things organized, it's lots of fun. And then so yesterday was pretty much, I went to the gym, and then I wrapped 5 million Christmas presents, but those are done now. And then I did like a couple hours of my tutoring work, my part-time gig, and we're not done with finals yet, so that was kind of just a giant clusterfuck of ugh. And then did a podcast for Skiffy and Fanty, which it's for the Torture Cinema, and it was for this movie called Krampus the Reckoning, which is literally the worst movie I've ever actually watched. And I've watched some bad movies, and I resent the fact that this movie was so lacking in quality in all aspects that it actually made me long for like the good dialogue and acting ability displayed in the Transformers movies. So I'm actually really mad about that. And I guess, to find out more about that, you'll get to listen to the podcast episode, which I think is coming out on Christmas Eve. Hopefully if Jen manages to edit it, because that podcast was also a clusterfuck. So that was a thing, because there was some drunkenness that was not on my part. The big thing is, like, it's weird, because thinking about it, we're only Christmas is 2 weeks from tomorrow, and it really does not feel like Christmassy. And, apologies to anyone who does not do Christmas. I will note that I do not do Christmas as a religious holiday. I was basically raised an atheist, and it's just kind of like, yay, it's a holiday where you get presents and we have a big family dinner and yay, togetherness. We get a call from family from other states, and that's about it. And anyway, it really doesn't feel that Christmassy, and I think part of it is this year I've just been a giant curmudgeon that never leaves their house, partially because I don't have any money. So it means that I've missed out on a lot of like the retail hell stuff, and I only have really seen like one Christmas lights display, because it was when I was taking one of my cats to the vet, and we were driving home, and Broomfield had decorated a bunch of their trees, and it was super pretty, and I love looking at lights. I just haven't. So it was kind of, well, and also I will note that in Colorado, it has, or at least my area of Colorado, it has been unseasonably warm, and there has been like no snow. I don't even think there was any precipitation at all in November, and December's keeping like that. Like, over the weekend, if I'd had time, I could have gone and ridden my bike, because it was like 60 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea what that is in Celsius, because I'm a shitty excuse for a person. But anyway, so like Sunday, I actually went to the gym, and it was this really weird thing where they were actually playing Christmas music over the gym speakers, which feels like a really weird choice for a gym, since it is not exactly iron pumping kind of music. And I was partially a little charmed because I hadn't, heard any of that this year, and I was like, oh, it's Bing Crosby singing White Christmas and, other things. And then by the time I was done with my workout and going, wow, I'd really like something a little with a little more to kind of power me through these weight sets, at that point I was like, I think I'm good. I'm good for my Christmas music until we actually, like, you know, hit Christmas and we're unwrapping presents. Because I've come to realize that the Christmas songs that are my favorites, the ones I actually like, are the ones that don't get played very often. And I'm starting to feel like this is kind of a chicken and egg question of, do I like them because they don't get played that often? That might actually be because it's just, I'm not tired of hearing them constantly. So I want to say a special I'm sorry, and I'm with you in spirit to everyone who is in retail hell and has been listening to that shit on repeat since, like, you know, probably before Halloween, because Christmas keeps getting pushed back further and further every year. It's a little horrifying. And, you know, speaking of Christmas, I wrapped all of my presents, which was like, yeah, let's get this done. And I did not do that great of a job this year because I was just like, I don't care that much. I don't have that much energy to want to make everything look fancy. And for the most part, I didn't have, you know, I can't really afford to buy a lot of presents. And I've kind of gotten to a place where, like, personally, I don't like, you know, I'll have a list of things, like specific things I want, and it's like starting to become super boring adult stuff, like, please buy me clothes and a pair of shoes so that I have a nice pair of shoes because my old one fell apart. But other than that, it's like, you know, gift certificates for non-material things or stuff like that. And it's because I feel like I just have too much stuff, and every time I move, I'm like, wow, I have a lot of shit. And then I get to my destination, I'm like, I still have a lot of shit. I'm gonna get rid of even more than when I packed my boxes. Like, why did this come with me? And it's like whenever you're in one place for any length of time, like, all of your crap just starts expanding to fill the space that you're in, is what it feels like. And I'm just like, it's gotten to the point where I'm going, I don't need this. You know, what is... And unless it's a very specific, you know, like, I have some Destiny figures because I'm really into Destiny right now, and I wanted them in particular, but, you know, I don't need that many dust catchers because then they're just more things that I have to dust or things that the cats can, like, hurl off the shelves. So I think maybe it's that personal preference affecting me where more and more I just want to give people stuff that's like, unless it's a thing that I think is really cool, I'm just gonna, I just try to give people things that don't take up space or that you'll use and, you know, get rid of, or, you know, and or the other thing is, like, since I don't have much money, I've been giving more and more people just stuff that I've made, like mostly crochet things like scarves and blankets, and none of it is really terribly fancy because I just like doing it while I'm, you know, like watching TV or playing a tabletop game or something. So I don't want to do something that's going to take up a lot of attention. So it's normally like a scarf or it's a blanket where it's like 1 or 2 different rows and you just do those forever. So it's not even really fancy stuff, but hopefully people enjoy getting handmade things because they know it means that I put time into it and hopefully picked colors that they like and all that. You know, I will say, if you get a crocheted thing from me, feel free to, like, give it to the thrift store 2 days after I give it to you if you don't like it. I'm not going to be offended. Because I'm feeling more and more like the important thing is just being like, hi, I was thinking of you and I care about you, and it shouldn't be this stressful, oh, can I tailor make the perfect gift, you know, and spend a sufficient amount of money, because I think a lot of that is just, you know, bullshit advertising stuff that's been kind of put in our heads in an effort to get us to spend more money that we don't have. But, you know, it's supposed to be about just, you know, hey, I care about you. Here's a thing to show that I was thinking of you and you're awesome. And here's a blanket and I hope it means you stay warm. But, you know, that's, maybe it's also easy for me to say that because I don't have any fucking money and that's like the best I can do right now. But what's wrong with that either? So that was a rambly thing, and I don't know if that was at all helpful, but hopefully you have a great holiday season. And if there's not a holiday that you do, hopefully everyone else doesn't annoy you too much. And please call your reps if you're in America. Yell at them about this tax bullshit and net neutrality. That would be really, really great, and consider it a present to me. So hopefully you have a good Monday, and I will talk to you later.